Once there was an explosion, a bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion. An explosion that will be our last.
When Death Stranding came out, it left a polarizing opinion about the game within the community. While some gamers claim it as a therapeutic game, others label it as a mindless walking simulation. I had been looking into trailers and gameplay videos before finally picking it up. I'm glad I chose to play this game because this game provides you an experience that no other game could deliver. Before looking into any positives in this game, I think it is important to address whether it is truly a mindless walking simulation. Yes, this game's main gameplay contains a lot of long distance walking. As the main character of this game, you are a package delivery person who takes the challenge of delivering packages in post-apocalyptic world. The challenge in this game is to navigate through rough terrain with the delivery packages you carry at that time. To make traveling even more dangerous, the Death Stranding world is filled with creatures called beach things. These BTs are entities that are stuck between their past life and the afterlife. When you travel around these creatures, they try to reach you as a desperate need for physical connection to the living world. The whole game environment is a puzzle. The constant puzzle you have to resolve is how to navigate through the harsh environment with the tools at your disposal. When you are in a BT area, game adds stealth and horror element to the gameplay. If BTs manage to grab you, they can summon a large BT creature. When this happens, game turns into an action game. This game isn't special just because it touches on different game genres. This game's specialty comes from how much satisfaction it can provide to the player when overcoming obstacles to reach your destination. A few key factors on this game contribute to generate that satisfaction. The first key factor is how engaging the obstacles you have to overcome. Not like in any other game, the terrain the players has to navigate is so hard and rough. Walking in this game is not simply pressing W to move forward. At first, you may start to feel this is as the game trying to sell you frustration as a gameplay. Can't blame the players for that because the first few missions are to deliver packages on mostly flat surface. The only challenges in these areas are the BTs and few water streams. But when games start to throw more challenges towards the player with the tool to overcome, you will start to appreciate the gameplay. For me, it was when I had to deliver packages to Wind Farm in Eastern region. First, looking at that forest area filled with rocks and no obvious flat terrain to walk on seems like an impossible task. To make matters worse, BTs are roaming around too. But then you automatically start to analyze the least resistant path to walk without stumbling down. This was the first time I understood the importance of the tools at my disposal. Just like for me, for each player there will be an exact moment you would fall in love with this game. The hard mechanics and the frustration that comes with those are necessary to receive that intense satisfaction when you overcome the obstacles. The tools you receive to overcome the challenges range from simple ladder to a vehicle that can cruise through the map if you take your time to build the roads. As the player, you are the one who's responsible for building the infrastructure for your journey. But thanks to social stranding system, you don't have to do all the work by yourself. A portion of your gameplay activities is shared with other players. Let's say you left behind a vehicle at some place on the map. There might be a player who comes across your vehicle, which might help them to make their delivery easily. Even though you can't see other players in this unforgiving landscape, because of this system, you know that you are taking the same journey as other players. Moments like this make you feel that you are connected with other players. The next specialty of this game is letting you connect with yourself like no other game. Throughout the rocky landscape to a snowy mountain, you are all alone. Throughout this harsh journey, you only have Lou, the bridge baby, to keep you company. Even though you form an emotional attachment to her, it is just a baby Sam couldn't even touch. So the feeling of loneliness comes naturally throughout the gameplay. When you play this game for a while, you find yourself beginning to relax and enjoy the solitude. Because of that, as a player, you tend to enjoy the environment more often. The beautiful graphic and occasional soundtracks in this game also help to intensify that feeling. Even with all above mentioned points, players wouldn't fall in love with this game if its story doesn't align with the message its gameplay mechanics trying to convey. I shouldn't go into a detailed story and spoil it, but I should clear out why this game is different from all other post-apocalyptic games. The game's main focus from the beginning is to connect the fractured society by reaching out to people scattered around and convince them to join a single network to share information and experiences so that the world can better understand in the Death Stranding. A game cannot have a main goal like this and make it typical running guns blazing game. Killing any human adds the risk of making the world even more dangerous, which makes traveling even harder. So the way of gaining the trust of the people is by connecting them with other people and showing the benefit of having a connected community. Because of this, gameplay and story work in harmony to create a beautiful tale. All the main characters in this game are well written in my opinion to support the story's theme. All of them have a tragic backstory, but none of them are ready to give up on their goals. While their goals are different from one another, they can be simplified into one thing, needing to be connected, which again align with the story's theme. These are the most hopeful characters I have ever seen in a post-apocalyptic world in a game. In a way, their resilience make you motivated to push through. All the above mentioned positives about the game are not without its shortcomings. The main reason for a lot of gamers to leave this game in the backlog after trying once is because it takes too long to open up to the player. Hours long cutscene with basic gameplay for hours before it gets interesting hurt this game. The few gamers stick with it finally realize what this game has to offer. Because of this, a polarizing opinion about this game came to the surface. I feel like this game didn't receive the love it deserved. Surely it's not a game for everyone, but the reason for not receiving the love it deserves happened not because it is a lazily developed bugful game with a bad story. It is because it had a weak start. We will soon get Death Stranding 2, continuing the story. Let's hope we will get a more inviting game for all gamers to try out, because there is a special magic in this game and I don't want anyone to miss that out.